Morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to video message number 29.
The Beezer.
You know that I'm the cream of the crop.
That's nice.
Listen up, the ratings just came in for last month. We are number one. We just grabbed every key demographic. Super duper, gang. Super duper. That's nice. Way to go. Neato, gang. Yes. Boy, that is good news.
It is the 7th day of November, 2024. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Power Trip Morning Show on a Thursday. Tommy Olson, I believe so. Yeah, I think so. I think that old sumbitch is coming in, but I don't know. Fargo Flash is on the road. He'll be calling in. We've got the great Ben Lieber at thegreat.com, Tom Pelissero. Thanks to our friends at Bell Bank. So let's get her started. Here's some comedy with Jake Johansson, Power Trip Morning Show on a Thursday morning. Come on in. I'm glad you're here.
Last year, I took my family whale watching because I'm from the Midwest. I'm from Iowa, where whale watching it was not on the menu. You could go cow watching, which does not sound that good, but let me tell you something. When you go cow watching, you see some damn cows. And so that's what I thought whale watching was going to be like. I thought, well, someone knows where the whales are, and we're going to go there. We're going to watch them, right? That's what they call it. How can you miss them? Whales are so big. Well, whales are big, but you know what else is big? Pacific Ocean. It was $50 each to go on a 3.5-hour whale watching excursion. We're going to be sick of looking at whales after 3.5 hours. And they don't tell you that 3 people are going to throw up the whole time. Seasick, right? And it turned out my daughter was the first person to throw up. She's 8, and we were 20 minutes in to the 3.5-hour trip. I know, I felt terrible as a parent. I didn't see it coming, and of course, her attitude about whale watching, 180. As soon as she threw up, she was like, "Daddy, I do not want to go whale watching anymore. I want to go back to the dock, make them turn the boat around." And then I had to explain to her, "Well, I'm sorry, honey, but everyone else pay to go whale watching." So now I'm explaining capitalism to an 8-year-old.
You'll be salivating when you see it. Jeff, look at this thing.
Smash.
The finish line is waiting. Fate is on your
What a mess.
You hear the distant thunder. There's lightning in your stride. For the warriors. Never giving up the lead. To take it to the top. There's only one winner.
So Tommy just texted and said he's running a little bit late. He's going to be here about 5:45. So should we just play 2 Tool songs and then just cut it out of the podcast and then just start the show at like 5:45? Like we could do Eulogy and
The pot.
yeah, sure. All right, we'll play Eulogy and the Pot back to back. We'll have Zacho cut it out of the podcast.
But I have so much to talk to you about.
In the first 15?
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right,
Yeah.
fire away.
What else you got over there, Hawk?
Who's on the mound tonight?
Brilliant.
Tell you who wants to be on the mound tonight.
Oh,
Talk about it.
Pop music.
great song.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Should we play that on repeat until Tommy just gets here and have Zach cut it out of the podcast?
We should play Ghostbusters and the song that they ripped off.
Was it
Huey Lewis.
Fun? I thought it was.
It's Huey Lewis.
Do you think it was Thunderstruck?
Oh wait, no. There's like a. Never mind. No. There's like a mashup of that.
And it sucked.
Yeah, it probably did. Did Huey Lewis get his cash?
Hell yeah, he did.
Maybe staying on the wet side.
Hey, Hawk, can I ask you a question that you might not know? But I like to ask you music
Not
questions.
know the answer to or not know the question?
Not-
Because he's going to know it.
I don't know the question.
He's going to know it right after you ask it.
No.
In fact, spoiler, we all are.
I don't know it.
No, I'm going to ask you a question that I wonder if you know the answer to.
Let's go, Brother
I do
Bear.
too, I wonder.
Okay, so when something like that happens,
Yeah.
does Huey know right away, or is it just like his management? If you know what I mean.
Yeah, it could be either.
Yeah,
I would
okay.
guess that somebody probably says, "Hey, Huey, have you heard Ghostbusters?" And Huey's like, "Hold on, I'm banging some hooker."
Whoa! And then didn't he bum cigarettes on the guy? You know?
quote.
Yeah. He was standing at a snack machine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And Tom Pickard walked over and he said, "Hey, buddy, you got any change?" And Tom's like, "Wait a minute. Did you sell a gabillion records? Lick my nuts."
And aren't they huge?
And excuse me, I'm going to put on this tarp quickly because I'm going to kill this guy with an axe.
Yeah, right.
Or lick my nuts and I'm going to go bang a hook. Are these verbatim quotes?
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. But I believe Tom did give him some change.
I've heard it being multiple, like both. It can go both ways because I heard a story. Rick James was saying that he heard the MC Hammer song for the first time on the radio, and he said he was pissed. And then they called him and told him how much money they were going to give him, and he said, "I love MC Hammer. It's my favorite song."
Hello.
Hey,
Hey,
Rick.
Randy. Huey Lewis's net worth is estimated at $25 million.
Yeah, you'd think it'd be more than that.
You would think it'd be more.
Yeah.
Way more.
Yeah.
Should have got that Ghostbusters money.
Yeah.
Can you dig it?
Great film, right?
Thanks.
I've never seen it.
So good.
It is an absolute mess.
Oh,
lady.
wow.
How do you know about film,
Yeah. What's her problem?
Mrs. D?
That was your question about Huey,
Yeah,
right?
I just
You're
wanted
done?
to know. Yeah.
That was
I just
it.
wanted to know.
That was
Okay,
it.
Cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Because, like, if
MC Hammer.
it's like if somebody rips off your game, you're the one that deals with it, right?
Yeah, it's annoying.
Right. Has it happened lately?
Remember that time we walked into Abbott's office and they were on the phone with that affiliate, and all I could hear was,
They were talking to Corey.
this was Corey talking to them, telling them to stop playing the Initials game.
I basically said that a curse will fall upon your entire family if you don't stop playing it.
Crazy.
It was crazy, lady.
And then I'll send a cease and desist as well. But first, the power. How do you do that? Is gonna. I call my trademark lawyers, and then they do it.
And they did it.
Yeah, and then they did it. It's annoying.
Oh.
That was the guys. They were fine. They're fine.
I've been selling bootleg copies.
Yeah.
But you're not going to sue me, though, right?
No.
I wasn't going to until you just said that.
Yeah.
You know what's weird? Bootleg. I wonder what that means.
Sure.
Like, I could describe some jeans, but I don't know why it describes that copy of Busty Land Part 4.
Do you know
that I
why?
copied off of
Part 4 is
VCR.
out now?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Do you know why they called it? Do you know the origin of that?
No, that's clearly what he was just asking.
Okay, I
That's
have
right,
it right
said,
here.
I wonder why. Yeah, go ahead, baby.
Late in the 19th century. Come on. Smugglers' practice of concealing bottles in their boots.
Now, that makes great sense.
Here we go.
They got a doobie, I'm sure.
I mean, yeah.
God, Pat.
In their boot leg
Yep.
Yeah.
or their leg boot.
Yeah.
Got it. So those were bootlegs.
Yeah, man.
Barrero. No, not Barrero.
Pro bootleg stuff?
He sure does.
Amazing body.
Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of
he's-
smut.
Link?
A lot of
I
smut.
know he's
what
got
kind
the
of,
stanky leg.
What kind of smut do you think Barrero's into?
I'm a little man.
The stanky leg.
He sure does.
Sauce, if you had to guess, his most searched genre, Dan Barrero.
Oh,
Charming.
What do you think he's into?
probably group sex.
I think it's obvious. He's right. I mean, that's what first came to mind. Also,
Squishy.
Oh,
Get some good stuff.
Can you
Looking that up.
imagine? Oh, I'm gonna see what comes up when I search that.
no.
Just the word?
It's the word squish.
Oh, no. It's going to be toys, but still.
Yeah.
Like kid toys, for the
Barrow
record.
ever looks up
Or
what you
dog.
were looking up the other day after you went to that movie?
Dog toys.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Ooh, that's not a toy.
Oh,
Hey,
Hope that's not for dogs.
yeah.
it's for my dogs.
Wow. Your buddies?
Yeah, all my friends.
Yeah.
Hey, do you think there are really sex houses in the state of Minnesota?
You mean like
a brothel?
underground brothels?
No, I mean like swingers. Like
Oh,
where
100%,
folks
of course.
get together with people of like minds. And get it
Absolutely. Why, you looking for addresses?
on. Well, no, I'm not saying that. Hawk at KFAN.com. But I'm just saying I had a friend tell me that one time that there was a rolling sex club that went to people's houses.
Didn't we talk about it on the air? I thought it was in
and I
like
didn't get any
Albertville
emails.
or something.
Yeah.
Or Monticello or something.
Yeah.
Wasn't it in that range? I
That's
think we
right.
talked about this years ago. It
We
was
did.
right up 94.
And I know that
Rogers.
I think
don't
you have to
know.
be invited. Hawk at
Yeah.
KFAN.com.
Yeah, like Eyes Wide Shut.
Yeah.
Right, and then you have to put masks on, and they can sense if somebody with a mask ain't supposed to be there. Then the S goes down. That movie's weird as hell. You guys ever seen it?
Only a little bit.
I've never seen it.
Yeah.
Eyes Wide Shut?
I saw it. Yeah, I was probably
Only a little
Nicole
bit.
Kidman's naked about half the movie.
I was probably really stoned when I saw it, but yeah, I think I saw it.
Isn't that
Tom
the last
Cruise.
Kubrick movie?
Yeah.
I think you're correct.
And it's creepy as hell. It's weird. You're even scenes that have nothing to do with imminent danger, you're still kind of uncomfortable. You're like, where is this going? I don't like this.
Isn't that how we think the Hollywood elites act?
Not like that. If you've seen that movie, I don't think they act like that. At least most of them don't.
So anyway, back to the sex places.
Yeah.
Do you think they make you wear masks?
No.
Maybe Groucho glasses.
Again, unless somebody's leaning into the Eyes Wide Shut culture and truly wants anonymity, right? But if it's just, hey, we're all swingers, we're all here for the same reason, we can show our faces. Who cares if Dan Barrero shows up?
Yeah.
Right? Like, we'll just pretend we don't know who he is. Like, Rosie, I know you know him, but just turn around. Turn the other way.
Yeah. Turn around, bright eyes.
Don't look.
Yeah. Turn around, bright eyes.
What if you're at a crossroads like Tom Hanks, and this way is Sex Addicts Anonymous, and this way is the sex house? Just hypothetical.
Wow. Is this your day today?
Why? Did Hanks' movie bomb? Is he at a crossroads?
No, I'm talking about it. That one
Somebody like Tom Hanks.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the one where he's in. He's cast away.
Sure. Oh, it's in at the end of the movie. He has to make a choice.
Yeah, he has to make the choice.
Right. Okay. I thought you just meant because he ripped movie critics this week because his movie bombed and everybody hated it.
Didn't Hawk love it?
I haven't seen it yet, but
You
I
like the
do
trailer.
like it. I like it in absentia.
Absentia.
Yeah. I haven't seen it, but I know I like it.
Oh.
Everybody likes Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
He's great.
Anyway, that would be a very tough, extreme binary choice of sex addiction anonymous or something and go get help, and then the other street is either a swinger's house or a cat house or something. That would be an extreme choice.
What movie
right in
is
front
it
of
where
you.
the guy's at a sex anonymous meeting and he comes outside and everybody's getting it on in the...
That's Blades of Glory with Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
No. Okay, yeah, that one is too. But I'm talking about the one.
You're thinking
Luke Wilson. He walks out. He walks out of the house, and everybody's getting it on in the bushes. And the instructor drives by and goes, "Guys, come on."
I think that isn't he in Blades of Glory? Luke Wilson?
Isn't
it? Are you thinking of Idiocracy? Or are you thinking of Old School?
Old School. Yeah, that's what it is. Old School. That's a funny scene.
And of course, the other random scene of everybody hooking up in the bushes is something about Mary, where Harlan Williams is the serial killer, and Ben Stiller has him in the car, and he realizes if he hadn't stopped at that truck stop, that guy was about to kill him, but instead he just stumbled across about 90 dudes in the bushes just hooking up.
Yeah.
I was about to pee. Yeah, it's the best. God dang, is that movie funny?
That movie
Max,
is
please tell me you've seen something about Mary.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Just checking.
It's hilarious.
Oh man, there's already Black Friday deals.
Yeah, I was looking too.
Yeah, man. Oh, those Beats over the ear headphones are $100 off.
Those are great headphones.
They are.
I still will always argue, and I know this sounds stupid, but I think Black Friday organization on websites is an absolute mess. It's hard to find stuff.
Yeah.
Really?
Unless that's the plan, is they want you to just doom scroll.
Of course,
they want you to go through everything, but man, it's not always easy to find what you want, or I should say find the best deals without just scrolling for like 20 straight minutes. And
you know whose
it's annoying.
website doesn't have that problem?
YouPorn.
I'm going to guess Gutter Helmet MN.
Am I right?
Gutter Helmet MN and gutterhelmetmn.com, but also Best Buy. Best Buy is a wonderful website to find all your deals.
What a kiss ass, just because your brother works there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it's also a nice website. Hey, Hawk, new PlayStation. You should buy that.
Yeah, again, didn't we hear that the CEO of Best Buy truly does listen to this show, that she likes this show?
She still is, but she was. I don't know if she still is, but she was the best. I ran into her a couple of times.
Yeah, at some point I was told she's a fan of the show and wants to, she should come in. Let's talk Best Buy.
That's sweet.
I'm going on
She
the
is a
Best
fan,
Buy details Black Friday plans.
Oh,
right
Hawk,
now.
look at this. 10-inch iPad for $199.
Hold on. Let me look through this wall and around the corner at your computer screen. Wow.
You guys can all kiss hot dogs today.
Me too.
No, not you, Max.
You just said, Hawk, look at this.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
literally 10 yards from you, and there's a wall separating us.
Well, hold on. I meant like.
I need those
not like,
cartoon eyeballs.
Look, but like,
you know?
hey, hear ye. Never mind.
Can
Gutter Helmet wants to rescind their sponsorship of this segment.
Hold on.
I told you we should have just played 2 Tool songs and waited for Tommy.
Hear about this, Hockey.
you know, Ray Charles and I have an equal chance of seeing that.
I said
right?
hear about this. A 65-inch TV for $399 at BestBuy.com.
Why would I reduce the size of my television?
Well played.
Thank you.
How about this?
Hey, can you look up what the cost of a 19-inch TV is? Because Creasel needs a new one for his gazebo.
Brilliant. Always, here's some life advice. Always get the larger TV.
Always. If you have to get a bigger wall,
Yeah.
that's a better option than getting a smaller TV.
Yeah.
All right, Tommy Olson should be here in a second. I think we figured out the origin of the phrase bootleg. We learned about sex houses in Rogers or Monticello or Albertville.
Yeah, we should have just played a song. You're right.
Tommy Olson will creep us all out after this on The Fan.
Hi, everybody. It's the Patrick Morning Show, and it's 5:51. Lots to get to on today's show. You know, it's a football Thursday for us. It's always a heavy football day for us on Thursdays. We got Lieber coming in. We got Tomers coming in. Fargo Flash will be on the phone. Tom Pelissero.
So the only one I was questioning is Parker Fox because he played last night. Like, is his schedule the same now that they're in season? How's that going to work?
He won't be here.
That's awesome.
He had 13 last night.
Yeah, man.
Didn't
He
miss.
started.
6 for 6. Didn't miss.
And so he will be here, and he will be leaving early. That's it.
Okay.
He's going to speak at his school.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
The guy's a mover and shaker, man. He likes to hustle.
the cat. Oh, what?
Yeah, likes to shame the cat.
He sure does.
Is that what he's doing?
Yep.
Proud of him.
This is Harbor and Home, and the song is Change. Good local music, man.
Good to know.
Don't talk to the singer lady. All right, it's like this. The Vikings, am I right?
Yeah, they play Sunday right here on The Fan against the Jacksonville Jaguars.
They sure do.
And Jacksonville's quarterback is hurt. He was limited yesterday.
He was limited in last week's game as well.
He's been limited all season.
His whole career.
Yeah, or that. Yeah.
Somebody fact checked this, but I saw on Twitter that one of the backup options is CJ Beathard.
It is,
as we
CJ
like to say.
Beathard. It is.
Okay, Boomer.
It is CJ Beathard.
Well, I mean,
Is he not a Iowa guy?
Yes, he is.
I believe his brother is a country music artist.
Oh, is he?
I believe so, yeah. Tyler Bethard.
Oh, yeah.
well, just in case CJ Beathard is the quarterback Sunday against the
Well, I'm going to
Minnesota
tell you about
Vikings.
this. You call me.
Speaking of Beathard,
I just walked in with Brad Blakemore, and I didn't know it was Brad or Blake or Brad, so I just call him B the whole time. B,
What up,
greatest
B?
guy. That's
Derek. That's Derek.
That's Derek.
That's Derek.
Jeez.
You called Derek B?
Yeah.
And you thought
Thought it was
Derek
Brett Blakemore.
Did you call?
Thought it was Brett Blakemore. Didn't know if it was Blake Brettmore or Blake or Bray. I can't even do the other one wrong.
What's up, B?
Brett Blakemore or Blake Brettmore.
You know forever,
So he was
Derek,
called
you're gonna
Derek
be
B.
You're going to be B from now on.
Did you call Xavier Woods Z?
I'm not trying to be mean. When do I see him? I
No,
never really see him.
I get it.
Every Thursday.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of CJ Beathard, I feel like this is my only opportunity to play this once in a while, so that's a good reason to have a little callback, shall we? Remember CJ Beathard?
Oh, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Beat your meat upon the floor. Beat your meat. Beat your meat. 5, 6, 7, 8. Beat your meat with a roller skate. Beat your meat. Beat your meat. 13, 14, 15, 16. Beat your meat without resisting. Beat your meat. Beat your meat. 17, 18, 19, 20. Beat your meat. You still got plenty. Beat your meat. Beat your meat.
Wait, what's 9, 10, 11, 12?
It's 9, 10, 11, 12. Beat your meat until it swells. Beat your meat. Beat your meat.
Brilliant.
Now that's a good song. You know who would sing that song really good? Adele.
Yeah, she'd be great. Give it a woman's perspective. Beat your meat. Beat your meat.
And scene.
Beavis is the best. He's one of the funniest cartoon characters of all time, and it's not close.
Way up there. Man.
How the hell are you, Thomas?
Hi, Tommy.
You know what I was thinking about yesterday? A lot of things.
Glizzies?
Yeah, well, honestly, I was thinking about hot dogs the other day, too. I haven't had a good dog in a while. But that was not what I was thinking. What I wanted to bring up, you guys were talking about your ratings being good.
Yeah.
And I was just like, if there was, I know if there was a Minnesota one, a Minnesota college football-esque playoff, but for radio rankings, you guys would be ranked number 1, right? But nationwide, you'd be up there. You'd probably be in the top 12. Would you not?
For just radio shows.
Well, I'm just talking, not even based on ratings, just radio shows. Wouldn't that be kind of cool if they did like a playoff?
A national playoff ranking?
Yeah.
Round 1, we take on the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
Who else is big out there? I guess I've never really thought of any other one.
Elvis Duran.
Elvis Duran is
Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
Seacrest. And there's us.
Who's in Florida? Is there anyone in Florida?
Pink Eye and the Poop.
Yep. That's Hawk's dad's favorite station.
CJ Beathard apparently is there.
1, 2, 3, 4.
No, I was just thinking about it the other day. I don't know.
Yeah.
Kind of random stuff.
I mean, we're honored.
The problem if we did that just in this state is like we'd be number 1, and then the next 3 shows would all be the other shows on KFAN. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Those 3 can fight over who can be second. I mean, Common claims he's 4th in the North, so he would be the 4th seed.
Yeah.
So Barrero and PA could argue over 2 and 3.
Perfect.
We like to think we're number 1.
Yeah, well, we know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's great. It's great.
Ratings back it up.
Yeah, it does. I want to hear about it off air.
Okay.
Okay, but when's the last time you, not you, Cor, talking to you?
Me?
Yep. Last time
me?
you've had a real good glizzy.
That's a really good question.
Right? I haven't had a dog in years.
I made myself some the other day.
What kind?
I really did.
Ballpark
I must
Frank?
have one.
Oscar Mayer?
Yeah.
It's a good old-fashioned wiener.
That's right.
Boil them up.
Threw them in some water, boiled them up.
Do you boil them? I'm always a microwave guy.
I'm a boiler. I don't like them when they explode. They look like a carcass.
Yeah, it gets a little gross.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
A good hot dog with all the right toppings is elite.
How do you do
about
it?
I mean, I don't know if the last time I would grill it on like or air fry it.
All right, so explain this to me because you guys are all normal human beings. Hot dogs look
How do you eat
disgusting
a
to me.
wiener?
It's one of the grossest things. It would be one of the last things on my list that I would ever try. I think it looks
I'll
disgusting.
tell you what, man. You'd eat it in one bite.
Yeah, you wouldn't even bite it.
No hands.
No hands. No teeth.
How
Right
do you guys
down
even
the
know
gullet.
what's in a hot dog? And I'm asking that because how can you guys mentally? How do you eat something if you're not even sure what you're eating?
Isn't that like the leftovers at the meat packing
I think
place?
that's kind of a
rumor?
Yeah, what do you call it?
Yeah,
Wives' tale.
I mean, yeah, there's like, I mean, I think the thing, and it shows because of how heavy I have gotten, and I am, but I would eat about anything as long as I knew I wouldn't get food poisoning. If I was guaranteed not to get food poisoning, I would try about anything.
Yeah.
How about the giant pile of crap from Jurassic Park?
Oh, Dwight's called that.
He's called that?
Yeah, he said shotgun. We're like, all right, Dwight, that's yours.
By the way, I like that old
Then he
wives'
motorboated it.
tales just basically mean that old married women just lie.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you ever hear that rumor? No, that's a lie. That's what wives say once they get older. They're dumb and they lie.
Is there any young wives' tale available?
Was it the
Rosie's already called that.
But a Chicago dog is fire.
elite.
Oh, yeah.
Elite.
It's fire. But I don't remember the last time I've had a good Chicago dog.
I mean, what's the place, Hawk, in Maple Grove that does really good hot dogs?
Portillo's.
Portillo's.
Yeah, Portillo's.
They
I've
got
never
one
been there.
Holiday.
Bang.
Holiday has great hot
Holiday's
dogs.
got Nathan's dog.
Yeah, of course. Holiday's hot dogs wail.
Holidays,
And I
they
bet
do.
Nathan is pissed.
Yeah.
No, he's making that mailbox
Where's my
money.
dog?
He's chilling.
Mike Grimm is here.
Hey, Grimm.
Hey,
Look at this.
I appreciate
I never
hockey
get
and
to
the
see ya.
preview that you included me in this.
I forgot.
I know you did.
No, I apologize.
It's not the normal day.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's all right.
If it had been Wednesday, I'm sure you would have included me.
Of course I would have.
Grimmer, we should do a Rise lyric this week.
Oh, my God.
Yes. Yes.
She sleeps alone tonight.
These
Waiting
guys
to watch it.
Is great.
We did that. That was an Illinois game.
You've done Waiting and Watching and Wondering Why.
That was it.
That was the best.
That was the Illinois back-to-back Illinois games. They beat us in an upset, and I said PJ's looking at the scoreboard, wondering, waiting, whatever. The next
Waiting
year
and
it was
watching and wondering why.
And the next year it was cheeseburgers in the cemetery.
Still the best.
And then
Brilliant.
This week it was. Why does the phone always ring in the bathroom?
Yeah, you referenced the old one.
Yeah, I did.
God, you're
There's a
like
callback. Yeah,
timeless. Yeah.
Timeless.
Playing all the hits. I love it.
it is. It's like the greatest hit CD.
All right, we'll do front page sports after this with Mike Grimm and Tommy Olson. This is the Power Trip Morning Show
The show sucks.
on the Fan.
Oyster Bay and By the Lake.
I can't even listen with you talk, let alone focus on my own thoughts. Cigarette burns on the stage. Never took a seat, it's like a nonsense letter. Tell me your favorite song by the lake, on the lake. I knew you were the one holding me up in the rain.
I got any Starburst?
I don't even want
I
to know.
love Starburst.
Don't want to know.
I used to.
Starbursts are great.
I don't want to know what you do with those.
No, it's not me. I didn't do anything with Starburst.
Oh, I
Speaking of candy,
guess I misheard.
Oh, yeah. What do you got?
you know they do that bit just like what was B-Rob's number again?
96.
Yeah, they would do like the 96 questions or whatever.
Yeah, it's
now they're
great.
doing Tell Us with Metellus. That's with the Vikings
Great.
Entertainment Network. So Josh Metellus just walks around the locker room and asks other Vikings players questions. So his bit that I saw on social yesterday was asking other Vikings, what world record do you think you could break if you tried? And our guy, Jonathan Grenard, he was like the third or fourth person Metellus asked. And he said he thinks he can eat a bag of Skittles faster than anybody else on the planet. Wow. I don't know. I don't want to know why you're laughing. What did you say about Starburst in that other room?
It was Skittles and nothing. I like the candy. Let's just put it that way.
Either way, man, eating Skittles quickly is
full
tricky
bag?
because it's the chew factor, right?
Yeah,
If you
it's
just
the chew
swallow them,
factor.
if you
Your jaw
swallow
is
them
gonna hurt.
whole,
Yeah, jaw starts hurting after a while.
It does.
Okay. He said he
man, I love Skittles.
he thought Skittles were Jack and the Beanstalk magic beans.
Corey, what would you? Your record. Can you? I know you love chicken fingers. Can you eat them fast?
No, it would be quantity, not speed.
Quantity.
I could probably graze on them all day and put up a big number, but not for speed.
Yeah.
That's a good point. I wonder how many I could eat in a day if I just did them kind of casually throughout the day.
A Subway sandwich, a 12-inch, with extra mayo on it. I'm hammering that thing in less than 10 seconds.
You're not beating the allegation.
10 seconds? That's not healthy, Tommy.
Oh, sorry, Grimm.
Whatever happened to that guy Jared from Subway? Because I met him a couple times on Radio Row, and Gerdsey and I, the guy was so nice to us, and I just haven't heard from him in a long, long time. But he seems super nice. So,
And he wanted to talk basketball.
yeah, he really liked talking basketball. Media Row a couple of times down there, press row for the Final Four. Good dude. Wonder what happened to him.
Any other good answers with any? Those are good questions. I like that.
I forget what the other guy said. I was just focused on the Grenard one because I'm like, I'm going to have to ask him about Skittles next Tuesday. You know, jotting down notes as a journalist.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to ask him about
Cool, look at
Skittles.
you putting in overtime.
You dig deep.
Yeah.
To get the,
Well, I do a lot of prep for this show,
yes, no
Grimmer.
question.
Not a lot of people in this town report, and I do.
I know, for sure.
Time now for Front Page Sports, presented by Holiday Station Stores.
All right, Holiday Station Stores. Remember we talked about this yesterday, ladies and gents, but they have a $5 meal deal at Holiday. And it works like this. Check this out, Tommy. Any personal-sized pizza with a 20-ounce Pepsi for just $5, $5 meal deal at Holiday. Limited time only. Start your day with Holiday. Go get that $5 meal deal.
No brainer.
No brainer.
Place bangs. I love it. This is where my coffee's from.
See? You're all over it.
I think they paired up with Circle K's.
Yes.
You notice that when
Strange
you go in
things
there?
are afoot at the Circle K.
Sure are.
They do, like because all their
What's that
branding
from?
Circle K.
That's Bill and Ted, correct?
Bill and Ted's
Yes.
Excellent Adventure. That's right.
One of the all-time great underrated movies.
Yep. Again.
George Carlin. Yes, they did. I think
Is
Circle
that-
K bought them, yeah.
Oh, they did?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Holiday Whales.
Gopher football at Rutgers, 11 a.m. this Saturday right here on The Fan. At least I think it's on The Fan. I haven't checked the schedule because Abbott doesn't
It's on
send them anymore.
96.7.
Oh, cool. So K102?
Yeah.
The Gophers have won 4 straight games. They are 6-3. Rutgers, the opposite. They've lost 4 straight. They're now 4-4. Remaining games for the Gophers at Rutgers, then hosting number 6 Penn State, and then at the Drunken Scotties.
On Black Friday.
On Black
Yeah,
Friday.
do we know the time of that kickoff
11
yet?
a.m.
11 a.m.? Really?
11 a.m.
Oh, Grimm, you don't seem too...
On Black Friday? Well, I mean, it's fine. It's fine.
You wanted to get a TV?
What time would be ideal?
Saturday would be ideal.
Tommy, we referenced you probably heard this because you listen to this show a lot. We referenced the amount of money that you're going to have to pay out when Ethan Kelly-McManus does not win Big Ten Player of the Year. You
Hold
made
it a
that.
second. When did you make that bet?
Hang on.
When did I make that?
I'll
That
tell
was
you
probably...
exactly.
This was while he was still a Gopher, or
This is before he ever is. Paul was right. Before he ever took a snap as a starter. Went to one practice, saw him sling it.
Yeah, he can sling. There's no question. I don't think that was. I think that was a little ambitious, but we thought.
No,
I think we thought he'd be better than what he was.
We
last
did.
year.
We learned this yesterday. We did give him 5-1, so it was our $500
don't act
versus
like you're
his
doing me a
100.
favor.
You did say he would be drafted in the NFL draft. That was another 100.
Yeah, that's another 100. So he's going to owe us $200 a piece, basically.
When do I pay that out?
I mean, you could pay us now if you want.
I mean,
Hey,
There's still a chance.
there's still a chance. Look, the point is, we talked about this. Tommy doesn't do poorly when he bets short-term Gophers. Like, I think they're going to cover on Saturday, or I think they're going to win on Saturday. He loses with long-term optimism.
Right. Like if
they're
you-
going to win the national title. This person's going in the first round. That person's going in the first round. Big Ten Player of the Year, 7 in a row. Like, when he goes long-term, it just doesn't work.
it's
Don't
tough.
we win like $2,000?
Can we not do? Can we talk about that one?
What is that one?
He
I
bet
said
that they'd
that-
win the national
It's
championship.
when PJ got hired. I go, I bet in the next 10 years that we're going to win an Natty. Mm-hmm. And this is when Bama was on the decline. And I was just like, here we go. We're the next Bama. And
Put your hand up.
Bama was on the decline in 2017.
I think he only gave me
They
4
were
to
really falling off.
I think he
there.
only gave me 4-1. It's like my 500 to Paulie's 1,000, and then Core's.
I think it's Corey's like $10,000 to
to
your
my-
2,000.
Yeah. I don't know. We're going to have to talk about that one. I can do sexual.
You better start
no,
saving.
put your hands down.
You better start saving now.
Well,
Just-
Tommy always said that's the one that Sess ain't needs to know about.
Yeah, that's the tough one. That
tell
is
Sess.
the tough one.
But all Ethan Kelly-McManus bet jokes aside, not having a great year, right? Got off to a good start, and people were saying, look at Ethan slinging it for Rutgers, but has not played well lately. And again, losing 4 straight is part of that as well. But man, Brosmer's numbers compared to Ethan, I think we upgraded just slightly.
Yeah, and Max has put. I think it's fun to watch, even like the coaching staff having to adjust now to. Oh, hang on, 3rd and 6.
We can throw
We
it.
can throw the football.
So fun.
You know, and so it's been fun to see the idea that there's options. You know, better options, more options. Sometimes not better. I mean, 3rd and 6 can be a handoff down. Doesn't have to be, and so that's been good. And Rosemer has made, knock on wood, the Gophers. First of all, I think in this 4-game winning streak, I can't. Is it 1 turnover or no turnover, something like that?
Maxie
I think
hasn't had a turnover.
I heard it was just Darius Taylor's fumble and no Brosmer turnovers. Is that accurate?
So that's huge.
This is the one of the 3 you cannot lose, right?
Right.
Because obviously no one's gonna shake their head if you lose to number 6 Penn State, even though that'd be awesome if you found a way to win that. But no one's gonna be like, how do you lose that?
Right.
And the Scotties are the Scotties. This is the one you cannot lose to Ethan when you're trending upwards and they're trending downwards.
Yeah. And it's not going to be easy. What's the spread? Like 4?
6.
6. So it's a 1-possession deal. Their defense is pretty good. They've been banged up, which is always a factor, and I think they're going to get some of those guys back, talking about Rutgers, but they have been pretty limited in offense.
Scary.
They have a
coming
great
off the
running
bye.
back. Yeah, I mean they're getting healthier.
Yeah.
I look at this a little like the UCLA game where everyone just thought I think that was the 4-point favorite. Everyone thought, well, they'll just go in and blow them out, and it's like that just isn't how it works. It just isn't. And
Except for Maryland.
Except for that was, but that was a home game.
We can do this. We can blow somebody out.
You can go blow somebody out.
Crushed Maryland.
Yeah.
Do you know what's cool about this Ghost team? Why it's fun? Because like the past 8 years, being a Goph guy who watches all the time, you can almost kind of feel like the play they're about to run, and you can be like, oh, here comes a run, or here comes like a play action. Now, probably when you're calling it too, you're like, I don't know what they're going to do.
Well, I'm calling most of the plays, so I've got an idea ahead of time.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you get to go to the games?
Sometimes they let me travel.
No, but like, you know what I mean? You can assume, like being a fan that I've watched forever, you could kind of feel what they're going to call. This year you can't. That's what I love about it. I mean, it's a different team.
There's a new nature to it. I think everyone's kind of adjusting. You're right. Yeah. Exactly. As you watch it.
I think this team better than 2019.
Oh man, you could. Yeah.
What was that record?
They were 10 and 2.
11-2 with the bowl game.
11-2 with the bowl win.
Okay. I'll bet you the Gophers this year can't get to 10-2.
Okay, can we just not be so
leave them alone.
angry? Happy holidays.
Well, hold a second. There's some negotiation here. How about 9-3?
Yeah, give me 9-3.
That means they win out. Mm-hmm. I'll bet, including you name it. I bet they won't.
Or 9 wins counting a bowl game. How about that?
No, the bowl game does not count.
Well, you got to give him something.
Captain, he kills in bowl games because he's very good at coaching a team.
I think I'm going
to get up for a bowl game. He's undefeated in bowl games.
He is, yeah.
At Minnesota, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Pretty sick.
5-0.
Yeah.
All right. I'd love to see a bet come together here.
So would I.
Yeah.
Well, the hardest part is Penn State. They're the 6th ranked team in the country. Okay. And we play them in 2 weeks.
Okay.
So how about if we go 2-3 in these next 3, you pay me?
No, because they will probably go 2. Is Wisconsin any good?
It's Wisconsin, though, and it's
a road game. And it's Black Friday at 11 a.m.
Deal. How much?
$158.
$158?
Yeah.
You're in.
So 9 is the.
Oh, you're just giving them money now.
So,
boy.
So, how should we say 1.5's the push, or what are we doing?
No, they have to win 2. They have to go 2-3.
In the
you
next
mean
2-1.
2-1?
2-1.
2-1 in the next.
Yeah, 2 out of 3.
2 out of 3.
So they only got to get to 8 wins then.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like that bet. I like Tommy.
I think it's pretty even bet, isn't it?
Sure. I just like the action.
T.O., do you want a free roll?
$158?
Do you want a free roll at a bet that is a win and a loss simultaneously? Want to hear this one?
Oh God.
No, this is good and bad because it involves my presence around you. Great minds think alike. If the Gophers beat Rutgers by more than 20, I'll go to Manning's with you before the Penn State game. But they got to win by 20.
Out of all the bets I've ever had, this is like the most on the line.
I'm not going to the game.
Are you buying?
Sure, I'll buy. I'll buy.
Okay. Onion rings and chicken fingers.
Yep, I'll buy whatever
At
you.
Manning's?
I'll buy your
Manning's.
tab. I'll pick up your tab.
Manning's.
This
I
isn't
thought
a
you
rosy
said
situation
Manning's.
where I'm picking up the entire tab. I'll pay for everything that you want at Manning's.
Anyway.
I roll
the 23rd
and a
free
small
Penn State before if they win by more than 20 against Rutgers.
Book it.
Book
What do I have to pay you?
Nothing. It's a free roll.
Yeah.
I'll leave my house and get that freaking bowl of popcorn with Tommy Olson at Manning's.
Worth every second.
Haven't been there in 20 years.
Is that right?
Hasn't
20.
changed.
I ate there about a month ago. Yeah.
Do we know what time the Penn State game is?
We do not.
This says TBD.
What if it's big noon? Fox.
Well,
It might.
What's the rest of the schedule that week?
That's what we looked up. It's Ohio State, Indiana, so that's probably going to be game day. But it depends. If it's at Indiana, then it won't be because they've already had game day.
And there are also some weeks where NBC might get first pick. As well.
We just gotta win. Did you know they drafted those?
NBC did?
All the networks draft they have a draft.
Really?
I didn't know that.
That's this weekend.
Brady Quinn said that on the show before us on Monday. That the networks get together and they draft.
So the big Fox, the noon game, most weeks they get the first pick.
Sure.
And it's usually 10 days ahead of time. And so they'll take, say we'll take Michigan and Indiana. I'm just going to make it up. Okay. And then sometimes NBC gets the set. It's all part of the contract. But every now and then NBC, the primetime game, okay, the third Saturday in October, you get first pick. So they'll take this one. And there's like this weekend, for example, the Gophers are on NBC.
Well, NBC, not Peacock.
But NBC
right?
Is putting Florida State Notre Dame in their primetime. Normally, the primetime game is the Big Ten game. But way back when, they're thinking Florida State Notre Dame. So they kind of
got it.
told
Drafted,
the Big Ten, hey, we're not going to play a Big Ten primetime game. That's going to be one we're not. And so they got bumped, I suppose, down in the order a little. And it's Minnesota. I think Kyle Rudolph, is doing this game.
That's other than it's Indiana's at Ohio State. That is maybe the biggest game other than that game.
Has game day gone to Ohio State this year already? I think they have.
But I would. Hold on. Does Ohio State play Michigan in Ohio State? Because I bet they would do that.
Right.
Well, the other question is the big noon game. They have that the pregame show as well, which I love. They may go there instead.
Right.
Most importantly, the Gophers play Rutgers, and we got to give you a line. My guess is Chris has some lines connected to Rutgers.
Came up with the good
Saucy's got
sure
one.
did.
Really, Saucy?
Oh, is that right?
Oh, this ought to be just.
All right,
it's
well,
good. It's good.
Let's hear what Sauce has for Grimmer after this on the Fan.
The Fan.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Hey, Zacho, if you're on your way and you're listening, please get some Chick-fil-A or something. I'm starving. I'm falling apart over here. I'm split out wide.
Split out wide.
Yeah, right, PJ. Hey, what do you want me to see, PJ?
This unit.
Oh, wow.
Get away with anything.
Wow, I'm impressed. It seems bigger.
We're developing.
I can tell.
Wow.
A little late in the game, but hey, man.
He's got to be amped, though.
He's got to be amped.
He's got to be seeming in a good mood. You talk to him.
He is in a good mood. Yeah, he is. That's
great.
He likes the team, and that you can tell sometimes. How a season unfolds, and then winning always helps. Winning always helps, man. For everything, just everything. Winning is better.
I like Max Brosmer.
He's a great dude, smart dude. He plays chess a lot.
Does he?
Online.
Yeah.
Online.
Yeah, they did been on that on one of the. I forgot which game it was, but they showed.
Did they?
him. Yeah.
Keep your mind sharp. And Tommy, you and Dragan Kesic do seem like brothers from another mother or something.
Really?
You guys do seem like you should party together.
Wow.
I agree.
He's a wild child a little bit too. My guess is he would fit right in with your.
What a mess.
I like that. Yeah, he's a little older, isn't he? Isn't he like a 6-year guy or no?
I don't think so.
No?
I don't know. Grimmer would know.
No, he's just normal age.
Normal age?
Yeah. The punter's old. He's Mark Crawford, who tried the fake punt.
He had the old trailer hitch.
He's 30.
So what was the ruling there? He just has a green light to go whenever.
Yes. Yeah. So that they
What a mess.
They send the play call in, and they have different punt deals. Sometimes you roll out and punt. Sometimes it's a straight punt, and depending on what formation they show, is kind of what the line call is. And PJ was talking about on the show. There's times where they just send the play call in, and if something unfolds the way it looks, he can do it. He goes, there are times where we'll send in, even if you got the look, don't friggin' fake punt it. This was not one of the times that he put the red light on, and it set up great. And there was really just one guy that could get him, and he got him. But it was, if you watch it, Akis is the guy's name, and he's their he's their best defensive player as well, but he's on special teams, and he kind of goes in half-heartedly to maybe, and it's part of why the look worked, and then he just spun. He got hit and he spun, and he just kind of looks and he sees it. Like if he spins the other way or he doesn't hit the guy and spin, he's not even, they make it.
They got it.
And then he takes off running, and Derek LeCaptain, who's like one of the best special teamers of our lifetime, he runs on all the special teams. He's a quad guy or whatever they call it. He wasn't really aware either, and he didn't see if he just moves 2 feet to the right and gets in the way for a second.
Down.
It's a first down, and he was about a yard short. And then we saw him on the plane on the way home, and he's just a great guy. Loves to talk. He's our age, so he fits right in. And he comes back. He's like, "Oh, I felt terrible." He's in the Australian accent. I'm glad we won. It was pretty good.
Guy.
He goes, but the look was there, and he and I had talked about it after practice on Wednesday. Gargi and I go to practice on Wednesday to do some player interviews afterwards, and they always, those dudes, Dragan and Mark, the special teamers, when they come off, they always stop just to chat because they're just good dudes. And so I was actually talking to him, and he was telling me about the deal with the fake punt. So I was like, God, I hope I didn't talk him into that. But luckily, that had nothing to do with it. So.
It's your fault.
It was my fault. I was like, dang.
11 a.m. this Saturday at Rutgers. Sauce, you have a quote that you would like Mike Grimm to try to sneak into the broadcast.
One of the most famous Rutgers alum is James Gandolfini.
Mm-hmm.
He is Tony Soprano.
Yeah.
And one of the lines, simple line, it's one sentence. He says in season 3, episode 3, all of this for a slice of gabagool.
I'm in. All of this for a slice of gabagool. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Easy one, right?
I think I can.
Piece of cake.
That should be doable.
I'm going to text you right now.
All right. Do that.
That sounds like an easy one, like at the end of a long drive, either a missed field goal, no offense, Dragon, but like a missed field goal or like a drive that comes up short. You're going to be like, all of this for a slice of gabagool.
Do I have to say it just like that?
Yeah, you should make it sound depressed, right? Like we got nothing out of
Say
this.
it gangster-like.
It's going to make sense, though, with the Jersey connection, right? It's going to make sense.
I should watch Sopranos probably, right?
It's fantastic.
Dude, it's so
it's
good.
a 10 out of 10.
And
It can be a slow burn, but it's so good.
Right, and I'm an example of this. I did not watch it when it came out. I watched it right before COVID, I think. So like 2018 or 2019. It absolutely holds up. It's still fantastic. If you watched
Great
it,
acting.
100%. It's terrific.
How many seasons, how many episodes? Because I really, it's hard for me to commit to.
Yeah, something like that.
And
It's
there's
a lot.
It's like 20 episodes per season, something like that.
It's
It's a
excellent.
decent amount.
Yeah. It's excellent.
It lives up to
I
all
should,
the hype.
Yeah, got to add that to the list.
Yeah, you watched Love is Blind?
I know.
So good.
Sopranos is 6 seasons, 86 episodes.
86. Yeah,
That's a meat grinder.
that's
It's only
that's not
6
just like a Saturday Sunday situation.
Oh, no. You're going to need to take breaks from time to time. It needs to be a lot.
It's long.
It's heavy, yeah.
It's a lot funnier than you'd think, too. It's
Yeah,
not
what
all
I got
serious.
to do.
So-
And this is a job I've given myself, and I don't know why I haven't ever done this. I got to watch Mad Men.
Dude, I'm telling you.
You know how many times I've started it and watched one episode?
So, Sauce and AJ watched the first season back in the day, and they both thought it was boring and gave up. It is the slowest of all of the great series of all time. It's the slowest because it isn't about gangsters shooting people.
Yeah.
It's not about dragons, right? It isn't American or Russian spies living as
Making
Americans.
meth.
It's just a bunch of like chauvinistic
Or making
pigs in the
meth.
60s that are trying to sell advertising, right? So there's a whole bunch of layers to it, but you got to stick with it because, man.
I've not seen it.
And again, if you like John Hamm now, you're going to love him 1,000 times more when you watch him as Don
what if you
Draper.
don't like him?
Then you're going to like him because this is
Nice.
This is it's like when Brad Pitt made Fight Club and said, "I'm never going to be in a better movie than this."
Yeah.
And 25 years later, he was probably right.
It's true.
Yeah.
This is, I think, if John Hamm acts the rest of his career, this is still his best
This is
performance. It's that good.
He's pretty good in that season of Fargo.
He's better as
What about
Draper.
Top Gun Maverick?
Didn't see it.
Oh, excellent.
It's great. Yeah.
What?
I've never seen either of the Top Guns. I'm too busy watching Mad Men.
What about the
He knows he can't be
volleyball
trusted
scene?
in a theater watching that.
That's true. The volleyball scene.
And look, hang on. I'm not even playing to my audience. Chris, you're going to love the acting performance of John Hamm. And again, Don Draper's an iconic TV character. But
Anybody else?
Christina Hendricks is in that show.
Right,
and I think I had you at Christina Hendricks.
Yeah, I know. That's why I can't watch that show.
Yeah.
But yeah, the garbage she goes through. This is the 60s, right? And there's just a bunch of dudes. And obviously, there's reasons why she's getting constantly put in corners because it's like, well, what are you good at? You're just here to look at.
Yeah.
She has to deal with that basically
come
the
on,
entire
Rosie.
series.
Yeah, Rosie's in it.
Rosie's cheering in his living room.
Yeah. Rosie was on the wrong side of history watching Mad Men. What's the big deal?
Yeah, right.
No, Rosie, we talked about it. So good. So
How many episodes is that?
that's a lot too. That's probably in that same range.
Ozark?
Like a full-time job.
Ozark, right?
No.
Oh, dude, you're missing out on some great TV.
Ozark is excellent.
Son of a bitch!
I've still never seen that one either.
Maxo.
Yeah, I've never seen that one either.
Ruthie kind of just
Ozark,
Ruthie
man.
is-
Seriously, my issue, I just don't want to devote that much time to this. I like a 90-minute movie and call it a day.
But why don't you just watch a 60-minute episode one at a time, right?
Then when am I going to do that? Do you know what my work week is like?
on the
Corey?
flight to Rutgers.
Yeah, you're on the flight.
Stop talking.
Geriatric By the way, Hawk, even bigger. Mad Men 7 seasons, 92 episodes.
Damn.
And how many breasts?
No actual nudity, but pretty close a lot of times.
I don't need that.
How many breasts?
Watch Thrones for breasts.
That is true, yeah.
If you're into that.
If you're into that.
Ew.
Are you into breasts, Grimm?
Wow, I'm a little surprised Max has not seen Ozark. I would have bet a lot of money.
No, I haven't seen Ozark. I have seen I think the first 2 seasons of Mad Men. I really dug it. I just never stuck with it for some reason. But I haven't seen a lick of Ozark.
Yeah, Mad Men's a top 5 or 6 or 7 show of all time. Again, that list we did a couple days ago. What was it? The Hollywood Reporter said it's the best show of the 21st century, and that includes The Sopranos. They had Sopranos at 2, Mad Men at 1.
What was 3?
I Met Your Mother.
I don't remember.
Happy's
Fire.
Place. Happy's Place.
Chicago Fire.
You love that show, right, Hawk?
I do. It's good.
Do you watch Chicago PD?
Yeah,
he
Chicago.
watches all
Hank,
three of
I
them,
love Hank. Hank's a badass.
Hank's great.
Yeah, Hank's a badass.
You have time to watch Chicago Fire?
Come on,
But
Grimm.
not Mad Men?
What the hell?
Have you watched it? Hank
No,
is
it's a
absolute-
network drama. Those
Hank
are
is-
garbage.
No, Hank is amazing. Hank walks into a place, he's trying to question a guy, and he doesn't even question first, he just shoots the guy in the leg. That's
Right.
how that
Oh,
is.
yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Sometimes you got to shoot a guy.
All right, Grimm.
Sounds like real life.
All right.
All this for a slice of gabagool.
All this for
Yes,
can do it.
We can do it. We're ready to go.
That's my Grimm. Thanks, Grimmer.
You got it. You got it.
Ben Lieber is here. Tommy Olson is here. We'll do What Really Matters, wild news, and more after this. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
This is Chandler's and Arrival. Gosh, I wish we could say that on the air. That's the greatest line of the year. That's the greatest line of the year.
Tommy's on fire today.
That's the best one of the year. Tommy, can I say that line?
Yeah, go ahead. I don't care.
The line was, she looks like me with a wig on.
So good.
Oh, my God. That was the best. She looked like me with a wig on. Oh, I love it. Welcome back, Power Trip Morning Show. How are you? Hi, Ben.
Hi, Ben Lieber.
Hi, guys. Good morning.
Hi, Ben.
Hey, what's up?
Ben
Fargo
Lieber.
Flash is on the hotline.
I know. Yeah. He and I were texting last night. We had to get a college football.
Is he
ticket.
not coming in?
No,
No, it's in Chicago.
Hi, Flash.
Guys, how you doing?
Good, buddy. How are you?
Excited for talking some Gopher football. Ben and I were texting last night about college football. Hawk, we have the high school playoffs starting, or the state playoffs starting tonight. So every class in Minnesota is down to the final 8. So some big games even start tonight.
Yeah. Maple Grove moves on.
They do. Yeah, Maple Grove versus Ben Lieber's Edina Hornets later tonight.
Uh-oh.
Wait, don't you and Sauce have a bet?
Yeah, Hawk and I bet
Two
it,
of
yeah.
you bet on it, correct?
That's
Because we
right.
were bragging about how cool it is that you guys bet on high school sports. I'm
That's
a big
right, yeah.
fan of that.
Yeah.
What?
Huge fan of that.
Yeah,
Love
it's
it.
going to be big.
You wouldn't. I wanted to bet on the Little League World Series, and you said no.
That's disrespectful.
Yeah.
Those are kids.
Off the air, you would have. You used to bet on if frogs would get run over.
It was turtles, excuse you, on Highway 8. Right by the hospital there on Highway 8 in Chisago. My friend Reed and I used to bet whether or not turtles would make it. And spoiler alert, normally they didn't.
No.
There's a lot of cars on Highway 8.
It's a death trap out there.
It pretty much is.
Suicide rap.
Fargo Flash, we've hit it a lot in the last 40 minutes with Mike Grimm, but give us your quick Twitch take on Rutgers. They're going the wrong way. They've lost 4 straight.
They are going the wrong way. If you think of Greg Schiano, he was the quarterback or the coach that came back after leading them in the early 2000s. He turned that program around. He came back about a decade ago after a stint in the NFL, and they're just they're in a 4-game rut. They're 1-4 in the Big Ten. You know, they traveled a couple weeks ago out to USC, and they had a game that was somewhat competitive, and then USC ended up kind of taking that one away. And so they're coming off a bye week, which is always a little bit dangerous, but it's a team that's kind of really struggling. So they're a team that I wouldn't take them lightly, but it's a team that is desperate for a win. And I think the neat thing in this game, guys, is there's a lot of swapping between the two teams, right? So Kirk Shiraka, our old offensive coordinator, he's the offensive coordinator at Rutgers, so he knows P.J. Fleck and his schemes fairly well. Joe Harsimiak was a defensive coach here. He's the defensive coordinator at Rutgers. Of course, there's Ethan Kaliakmanis that made the change from Minnesota after a few years. He's now the quarterback at Rutgers. And then the defensive coordinator for the Gophers, he was the linebackers coach a year ago at Rutgers, so he knows that offense better than anyone. So there's a lot of there's a lot of familiarity this week, and I think, if I look at the Minnesota team, we've actually changed our schemes, quite a bit since 2023. So I don't think there's a big benefit for Joe or Kirk knowing our schemes, because those are fairly old schemes. But I think there's a big advantage having Corey Heatherman, running our defense, really knowing that Rutgers offense well. And then I think it's a week where for Ethan, you can put yourself in his shoes. I think Ethan he's struggled this year. I think he's going to be a little amped up, and I think, maybe a little bit, anxious playing against his old team. And I think that, could favor Minnesota as they kick this thing off in Piscataway at 11 o'clock on Saturday.
What's the bet you guys settled on, Ben?
So we are going with the Georgia Ole Miss game.
Where is it?
It's going to be in Oxford, Mississippi.
Oh, okay. Great tailgate.
Okay. So I'm taking Ole Miss +3 versus them Georgia Bulldogs.
Oh, wow. Only a 3-point spread.
Only a 3-point spread.
Yeah.
It's a tough one this week. You guys, look
Les
at the top
Miles got
25. There's not a lot of sexy matchups this
What's
week.
the night game, though? Isn't there a big one?
It's
Georgia
LSU and,
Bama?
Oh, yeah, Bama. Yeah, I didn't want to touch that game.
No.
Honestly,
That's fairly
It's a
scary.
3-point favorite.
Yeah. I don't know about you, Justin. How'd you feel about the Alabama game?
Well, I think there's interesting matchups, because if you think of the two SEC games this week, in a way they're almost like college football playoff play-in games. Alabama at LSU, two teams at 6-2. LSU is a 3-point home favorite. The loser of that game is out.
Yeah, this is like an elimination game.
Neither of those teams actually have a tough schedule after this, but you have a 3-loss SEC team, as great as the SEC is, they're out. And then our game, Ben, and I think Ben's, betting on this, Ole Miss can't lose, right? They really can't afford. They're 7-2. Georgia's 7-1. Ole Miss, the rest of the way, it's a fairly easy schedule. So they're in a must-win situation. And I do think if they win out, they're likely in, even though they're the number 16 team right now, I would think they would sneak in. So I just think there's some very interesting things that are happening in November that will have a major impact on the college football playoff. And then the other two games that I think are fairly interesting, who would have ever thought that Indiana would be a 14-point favorite versus defending national champion Michigan? That's absolutely crazy.
That's a lot of points.
And I know Meat Sauce has talked about this, but if you look ahead 2 weeks from right now, let's assume Indiana gets the win, which I think they will. I don't know if they'll cover 14, but they'll get the win. They will go to Ohio State. I heard Tommy ask that in the previous segment. Mm-hmm. Indiana will travel to Ohio State, a team, from my homework I've seen, they've never won versus Ohio State in the history of Indiana.
Wow.
Which is absolutely crazy.
Well,
and then I think the craziest game this week, which is kind of a boring game, but number 9 BYU, 8-0, in Ben Lieber's Big 12, versus they're at a 4-4 Utah. Utah is actually a home favorite by 3.5. This is a holy war. But I can't believe that you can have an 8-0 versus a 4-4, and there's not a bigger point differential in that game. So again, not a lot of believers on BYU in terms of the Vegas betting odds. So fun week in college football. So really, it's going to be a crazy November. And this week, I think it's, as Ben said, they're kind of tough games to pick, but I think Ben and I picked the game of the week for sure.
How about Florida State has not had the best season? They're 1-8. They play Notre Dame this weekend, right? Notre Dame is a 26.5 point favorite. What happened to Florida State?
They haven't had the best season.
No, they're 1-8. What's happened to them?
It could have been worse.
Well, they could be 0-9.
Fantastic math.
But why? What happened to them? Why are they so bad all of a sudden?
Well, you can point to a couple of injuries, but when you're one for everything, that's just absolutely crazy. And just they've had some injuries at the quarterback position, but think of where we were a year ago. They were the team that was pouting on national TV that they were the 5th team, right? They were the team that was let out. I mean, 1-8. I mean, this is an interesting bet, Sauce. I think this is a week where you could see the points and say there's no way. I think Notre Dame covers. This is a Florida State that This is a Florida State team. They don't want to play football.
Yeah,
they just want the season to be done.
Meat
they're
sauce.
rolling over.
Yeah,
for
they're meat
teams.
sauce.
This could be ugly for Florida
They
State.
lost to Memphis in week 3.
Memphis is pretty good, actually.
leave
I mean,
Memphis
you
out
gotta
of
leave
this.
Memphis alone. They
Please.
lost.
They lost
here's
to
the
North
bad,
Carolina. Who
that's
loses
the
to
bad
North
loss.
Carolina?
Pissed off the king.
That's a bad loss.
35-11.
That's a bad loss.
Yes. Speaking of not wanting to play, if I'm on Florida State and I've won one game.
Well, they're not having the best season.
Get me the hell out of there.
You got this game, which is on national TV, which is like, okay, you got to show up. Next week they play Charleston Southern.
Could you imagine like practice that week?
Oh,
End of
brutal.
November. Oh, ugh.
They actually have a bye. They have a bye week
there,
after
brother.
this, and then they
Been
play
there.
Charleston Southern.
You can't even enjoy the bye week. That's the worst part.
I know that.
Just get to Thanksgiving and get this thing over.
Get me the hell out of here.
Yeah.
What's going on in Chicago? Hooking?
Why is everything?
We're in a little fireplace. We had a board meeting here for Hearth and Home Technology, so I'm hanging out with the board meeting. But I would say I told Max the bummer is, and I'm a season ticket holder for the Minnesota Timberwolves. How did I not look at the schedule and spend the evening tonight? Timberwolves at Bulls.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Go to the United Center.
Yeah. Why don't you just
It
extend
doesn't
it?
seem like
You
they're
can
hard
change it right
ticket
now.
to get.
Yeah. Wolves are
Well,
large
okay,
favorites.
I have to get back to go watch Minnetonka go beat up on Blaine.
Yeah. Here we go.
Just, do you know the line for Totino Grace versus Hill Murray tonight, 5:30 at Blaine neutral site?
Blaine or Tofino Grace is +3.
Thank you.
Great bit.
So here's the fun. So I'm going to leave you with two things. So I'm going to tell you, number one, as we look ahead to Saturday, and I heard this is I love Corey's bet here because this is I think it's playing right around 20 points. And again, these are the games that typically scare me. I think Corey said that if Minnesota beat Rutgers by 20, he'd hang out, right? Pre-game for Penn State.
Yeah.
Yep. For the Penn State game, I'll go to Manning's with Tommy.
I love it. So this is a game where if you think of last week's win, right, 25-18, I believe, right, in that world of scores, you turn those 4 Dragan Kesich field goals into touchdowns. You study that Rutgers kind of pass defense. You think of the Minnesota defense that's playing at a high level, the number 9 total defense ranked in the NCAA right now, and that Rutgers defense going in the opposite direction. That Rutgers defense is awful, ranked number 94 in the country. This is a game I think we get back on schedule. I think, again, I told this to Hawk on Sunday after the game. We won last week despite the play of Max Brosmer. I think Max gets back on track today or on Saturday, and I think this is a big win for Minnesota. I have Minnesota 42, Rutgers 20.
Whoa, you're going big.
Guess I'm going to brunch with Tommy.
Hell yeah.
We'll see.
Bowling, baby.
All right. Thanks, Flash. Oh, go ahead. You got something else?
You got one more.
Go ahead.
The last thing here. So our friend Casey O'Brien.
My man.
Casey O'Brien is just battling another round of cancer right now, and he's battling it hard. He is the quarterback coach for his father, Dan O'Brien, at 3A Holy Family. Holy Family's out in the Victoria area in the western suburbs. They had not won, they lost 23 consecutive games before 2023. They had 17 players returning to this program. They hired Dan O'Brien. Dan brings his son Casey and finds some other great coaches in the retirement stage of life. Pulls them into his coaching staff. 2 seasons in, they are in the final 8 in the state of 3A football. Wow. But they unfortunately get to travel to Stewartville, who's the number 1 ranked team in the state at that level. Stewartville's only given up 3 touchdowns all season. So prayers for Casey and his battle with cancer, and let's hope they can pull off the upset of all upsets this Saturday in Minnesota State high school playoffs. Good luck, Holy Family.
Well said.
Good luck.
Good job.
All right. Thanks,
man.
Fargo Flash. Talk to you.
See you guys.
See you later.
Yep. Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Before the segment's over, let's get this in. And it's actually kind of nice that Zach's not here because I wanted to give you guys a trivia question to see if you guys are following the NHL at all. Because it's time for Wild News presented by our friends at Catalyst Supply and CatalystSupplyCo.com. Thanks, Catalyst.
Out since I
Zach,
follow the
too,
Wild,
can
so-
do it.
Well, yeah. How about you be Zach, too? But you have to go last because you might know this. Catalyst Supply, Wild News. Wild at San Jose tonight, 9:30.
That's when it drops? The puck drop?
I think that game's on the fan. I wish somebody would send out a schedule. That'd be nice.
Mid-rem.
The Wild are coming off a 5-1 loss to the Kings. Luckily, San Jose, though, mostly terrible. 4-8-2. They're not having the best year. The Wild are 8-2-2. Does anybody know the leading scorer for San Jose?
Wild on the fan.
Oh,
no idea.
Wasn't Draymond Green wearing his jersey the other day? I forget his name.
Is it Burnsy?
What is his name?
Kyle.
That's the closest guess so far.
Keith Kachuk.
He's got like a cool last name, doesn't he?
Is it
Kyle Whittingham?
It's not a Poso.
The Utah coach.
You said Kyle. That was the closest. Mikhail Granlund.
Wow.
Oh, there we go.
I forgot he was still in the league.
Can we have Zach 2 guess? Zach 2, what's your guess?
Yeah, Granlund, now 32 years old. He played almost 7 seasons with the Minnesota Wild.
He's only 32?
Wow.
32.
Did you see
I would have guessed like 38.
So Eric
Same.
Halla used
Lost
to play
track
on
of
our
time.
team. It's funny you brought this up. Eric Halla used to play on the Wild.
Halla,
Remember that name? He went to the U as well.
No,
He got in
at
a fight
all.
with Granlund, and they used to be teammates, and Halla whooped him. Yeah,
whooped his ass.
There's some personal
That's
stuff,
a
I think,
lie.
going on.
Granlund has 6 goals, 14 points. Kirill, though, has 7 goals, 21 points. Boldy has 6 goals. Zuccarello has 5. So that's tonight, 9:30.
Isn't Kirill like on an MVP run right now?
I mean, he's having a monster start. Yeah. Yep, 21 points through, 12 games? Pretty good.
It's been a great run.
Pretty good run. Kessler gets it. We'll do the news in a second. Ben Lieber's obviously here.
Hey.
Tom Pelissero in like 40 minutes. Parker Fox later. His squad won last night. Yeah. He went 6 for 6. Didn't miss once.
Really?
Yeah. More of the Power Trip Morning Show with Tommy Olson and Ben Lieber after this on the van.
Show me who is counting all the promises I've broken. Choking like a liar, smoking like a fire. Stranger in this town, but my